I'm just gonna make general comments,
Yep.
okay?
Okay.
Some windows have been upgraded, some windows have not been upgraded.
Right.
Like this bathroom is an old window. So as far as energy efficiency is concerned, you know, this window has been changed out to a double pane. That one's not. The bathroom is very dated.
Yep.
The electrical shows that it's not
No
grounded. And yet,
Someone's no.
so that's a common thing that we find where somebody changes a plug. So these outlets all need to be tested to see which ones are actually grounded and which ones are not. You're not supposed to put a grounded outlet in unless there is actually a ground,
Yes.
okay?
And I see another one here that's not grounded.
Or somebody's changed them and didn't know what they were. There's ground available, but whether the ground runs over to there, we don't know,
Right.
okay? This, I guess you would call this the central bathroom.
Right, there's the whole bathroom, yeah.
So, there's obvious signs of moisture getting under the linoleum here.
Right.
So this bathroom is very dated, and again,
Old window, yeah.
old window, old toilet, which in fact is running
Right.
right now. So if you work in this bathroom, like if you want to change the floor, you have to remove that toilet. If you do, a licensed contractor cannot put that back. It has to be a low flow.
Oh, right, because it's not, yeah, it has to be low flow. Okay,
Yeah, if you take it out, it's got to be low flow.
I understand.
All the lighting fixtures are old. You could use LEDs, which this is, but these here, don't qualify. Okay.
Oh, because you're doing too much work in the house, and now they have to be newer.
Well, it depends on what's selling. You don't have to you don't have to change the lights. But if it was one of my houses that I was going to sell, some of the things that I would want to do is make sure that the lighting is LED energy efficient, and that's not a lot of money to do that. Obviously a paint job. I'd do the
Paint job in the house, yep.
yeah, and you'd have to do a paint job on the outside of the house because the way the stucco is out there,
Right.
it needs to be blended.
So notice this repair up here.
Yeah.
Would we fix that? Would we fix that repair so it look a bit better?
Well, before you paint it, this is, skim trowel, so you want to feather this out
Right.
and then skim trowel it like this to make that obvious attempt to fix it go away.
Yeah.
Really,
Then there's another one.
there are
There's
some
another one.
minor cracks, but all in all, it's really not too bad, especially for the age. Smoke detectors in each bedroom is a must. Combination in the hallway is a must. I'd probably move that more into the hallway.
Yeah.
Okay. The most glaring, thing is the cracks on the garage. I mean, that shows you that there's quite a bit of work going on.
Right. Yeah. And then when I saw this kitchen, I really thought of the work you did on Dundee. And said, okay, well, these are all probably original cabinets.
They are.
So it would benefit from the kind of makeover that you did on Dundee.
Well, you could lay it out and replace all this. I'd probably pretty much keep you want to keep the sink where it is because that's too expensive, the plumbing for the sink.
Right.
But I think I would try to push this out here and give you a little bit more room here and take it all the way out to the door.
Right. Yep. And what
Well,
about installing a hanging vent or something like that? That would be.
Well, you're required to. This is a code requirement that you have a vent, and it's either got to be downdraft, which is what this looks like. Yeah, this is a downdraft, so this is legal.
Okay.
The reason that I mean, I like the downdrafts like this because you don't have to have a hood above.
Right.
They are more expensive. So if this is still functional, I'd reuse this.
Okay.
But it wouldn't hurt for replacing the cabinets for sure. This is totally wasted space, so you want to, make it more functional. I'd probably leave the refrigerator location, have a small space here, and move the oven, over here, and then put what we call a pantry cabinet here that goes all the way up.
Right. Right.
And that'll make the kitchen look a lot newer. I like the can lights, but again, I would change them to LEDs. These, I'm sure at one time looked very interesting, but they're out of here. And here, I would probably just add 2 more cans.
Yep.
Here, so this over the sink would be in a separate switch, and then these here could be on a dimmer switch with LEDs, to update it.
And then the outlets.
There's not enough outlets in the kitchen. They have to be a minimum every 2 feet, and you have to have one on the end of the island here. And you would take care of that when if you do
Right.
cabinets. The only other change you might I think I'd go with a separate unit. So this is old, so this is out of here. So what I would do is get a oven micro combination.
Yep.
And then that eliminates this micro off
That's
the
right.
counter.
Right.
So it'll look a lot bigger. I think I think that would do a lot for it. The hardwood floors are a big plus. It's the old-fashioned floor. So back here, on a 2-foot level, so about 5/8.
5/8.
About 5/8. So over 2 feet here, you got a 5/8 drop. So now it's starting to get close to being level. So I would say that
Whoa.
there's a girder here. I'd say there's a girder here. And from here off is where it's dropping. Okay. So you go from here, you go this way. And on the other side, you start going the other way.
Yep. Yep.
So this has like a hump in it like this. Okay. One, take this thing down like to the
I think you have to drop it over here, you know?
Well,
They have a jack, you know, has to.
Yeah, they might have jacked this up too much.
Too much, yeah, that's what I think.
Here, you know. Go the other way. Pretty bad, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. See, you can see it. See the hump?
Yeah.
Rock it back and forth. Yeah. See?
Yeah, the hump.
So, I was too high in the middle, that's why I think so.
Looks like. And, see again, your outlets all need to be tested to see what actually has a ground and what doesn't have a ground. Okay, and then outside, we talked about painting the outside and doing the stucco.
Yes.
Or, you know, repair. Let's go look at the panel, the electrical panel. I thought I saw it out here. Yeah, here it is. Okay. So it's an older panel, but it looks like it is serviceable. It looks like it's it's serviceable, so that's okay. The water heater is pretty old, but at least it's strapped. You don't have to change the water heater to sell the house. I mean, but you do have to have it
Yep.
strapped.
Yep.
This should go to the outside of the building instead of dropping inside of the building. But again, that's kind of a negotiating
Okay.
point. This was built prior to '76 because it's got an asbestos riser
Right, I see it.
there, so. But I would, with the information that you'd have, I'd run a new set of comps for this area. Because what did we sell Dundee for?
670?
670?
675?
So this is not a 675 house, comparing this to Dundee.
No,
See what I mean?
no. Even the location is closer to downtown, but you know, that's, yeah, even, yep. Yeah, so we would need some new comps and then given this data that we see.
Yeah. Okay.
Very good. Thank you,
What else?
Larry. Very nice.
I didn't look at the roof, because I don't have a ladder, but